Yo, what up, guys? It's Gabe from PPG. We're gonna do a top six. We're gonna do a top 16 deck profile with who?
Mitchell Cimino.
And what'd you do today?
Today I got top 16 with the only deck that didn't play zoo cards in it.
And what deck is that?
It's ZEFRA's.
Wow. Well, let's check it out.
So we played 3 ZEFRA. This card fixes your scales and lets you pendulum summon twice. You might as well just read it. It's really hard to explain, but it fixes your scales by sending a ZEFRA from deck to top of extra to copy scale level. 3 ZEFRA anyway. When this card's special or pendulum summoned or destroyed, it searches for any ZEFRA or Yang Zing card. So it searches your counter traps and it searches like all of your reactive cards and things that extend your plays on your opponent's turn. Played 3 ZEFRA. This thing turns things into tuners and helps you make Chow Fang, which is like the most broken card against you. 2 Pilica. Pilica summons things
rich.
from... Yeah, I know, right? Supers. Pilica summons shit from grave. Lets you like do more plays with Chow Fang, and lets you use Danglong more effectively because Danglong can send one of your Yang Zing ZEFRAs and then you can summon it back with this. 1 ZEFRA Knight helps you play around back row. ZEFRA Wendy. This card won me a game against Chris LeBlanc on stream because it lets me add back my scales from top of extra and just replay them for free. 1 ZEFRA Naga. This is probably the least good ZEFRA card I played. It's just there because it's a level 2 and you can turn it into a tuner with ZEFRA.
So it's like a Garnet?
The real Garnet's coming up. This card's still good to have for a scale. That's all for the scales. We played the Dinosaur engine because this card's a 1-card Danglong and Danglong is retarded. Self-explanatory. This card helps me beat over masterpieces. This card's Garnet. There he is.
There he is.
Ruining everything, always. He's not even trying to help like Takatomborg, he's just being an asshole.
Yeah, he's not Tom. Tom's looking out.
3 Ghost Ogre. Shoutouts to the 1 gold. Always drew it. Always. 1 Max C. For my last deck profile, I cut Ash just because it wasn't as good against Zoo. And I tried to cut my deck down to 41 cards. So I just took out Ash and replaced it with other good cards for going second. But your hand traps are still searchable off of the Charge Warrior combo, and these are searchable off of...
Do you want to explain the Charge Warrior combo?
Yeah, so the Charge Warrior combo boils down to you use the field spell, which when it's activated can't be Ghost Ogre because it's a mandatory effect to search on activation. Searches you as ZEFRA monster, and the other effects kind of summon from extra deck you do different things. So if you synchro summon from the extra deck using a ZEFRA monster, it lets you stack any monster you want. So it lets you stack any monster you want if you synchro with a ZEFRA. So you synchro with Charge Warrior, set this is Chainlink 2 and this is Chainlink 1, and this stacks a monster and then you just draw the monster, so you basically search any monster you want.
Very cool.
I.e. if you're going first, a hand trap, or if you're going second, like a dinosaur to help you play 3 stuff. We'll get to the rest of the extra deck in a little bit. But yeah, that was the hand trap lineup, and that's it for monsters. 3 Oracle. Oracle's really strong for searching and having to have as an option to pop with War as opposed to getting rid of your scales, so you don't have to waste Providence.
Makes sense.
Providence, this card's ridiculous. Lets you search, right? Lets you search for any ZEFRA card. That means field spell or traps. Searches for ZEFRA, it's crazy. And then except the turn it's sent there, Return of the Dragon Lords protects all of your ZEFRA cards. So this helps you play around Dryadents and Tornado Dragons pretty easily. 3 of the other card that searches Danglong. This card is insane. The Dinosaur engine helps you play through so much. Just having 3 of this is ridiculously good. 2 Terraforming. Terraforming's alright. The argument can be made that you don't need to play it because you already have Providence that's searchable that also searches your field spell. But Terraforming is just good to have because it lets you get to your field spell, and if your field spell can bait out an Ash, then that's better than having your Overraptor get Ash or something like that. And then Mass Destruction because we're not fucking with Tornado Dragon or Dryden.
Makes sense.
Last 4 cards in the deck are the best 4 cards in the deck. 9 Pillars. This card's ridiculous. It's a solemn warning, but instead of destroying, it shuffles into the deck, so it stops what's it called? It stops all of the True King cards from getting their effects when they're in graveyard, like if you stop a trap or something like that. Stops zoo monsters from being in graveyard, like if you stop a rat with this, they can't do rat combos and float and stuff like that. Also destroys Yang Zings, so one of the best combos is when you can use Denglong and another Yang Zing to summon Chaofeng. Then when Denglong leaves the field, it summons this out. And if you use 9
that
pillars,
you a guy, right?
Yeah, it turns you a ZEFRA spell or trap card or a Yang Zing spell or trap card. So if you have this set with this on board, this turns into 2 counter traps. Because you go 9 pillars, negate something, this is destroyed by 9 pillars, then activates the effect to search for one of the other cards I'm playing, which is ZEFRA War, which you can activate from hand if you control 2 ZEFRA scales, and it's activate, destroy a ZEFRA card you control and 1 card your opponent controls. So it's really good for popping the field spell and destroying something card to search for Providence, and then use Providence to search for this, because that puts Providence in graveyard for protection and gives me another counter trap. So that's the main deck, is 41. Extra deck, played 1 Grand Pulse, just because there's a lot of times you have floating 3s, and I was trying to think of a better 3 to play, but a lot of back row heavy decks right now.
Could you play Breaksword or no?
I could play Breaksword, and there's like some utility in that with popping ZEFRA and stuff like that, but or like popping a ZEFRA card and protecting it with Providence so I don't lose resources that way, but like I'd probably just play this over it because it has a bigger butt defense-wise. I was also considering playing I was almost like gonna play Acid Golem at some point, so like I could have something else that beats over Masterpiece, but that just didn't seem that good. 1 M7, this card is ridiculous in this deck, especially if they have the field spell out. So you summon this under the field spell, and the XYZ effect of the field spell says draw 1 and discard 1 from your deck. So like you do this, draw a card, and if it's a monster you want, or like a Ghost Ogre or something like that, you're like, oh, okay, I'll just discard this and pick it back up with M7, or you use it to pick up hand traps or Overraptors so you can continue to search the rest of your dinosaur engine out. 1 Utopia Beyond. This card just beats over Masterpiece, and also helpful for going for game. I did this in one of my rounds where my opponent summoned Masterpiece immune to traps and spells. So I summoned this, and even though he popped it, his Masterpiece was at 0, and then I just beat over it. The rest of the deck is Synchros. 1 Chambara. This card just lets you go for game. It's basically it's searchable off of Overraptor 2, because you can make any rank 5 or level 5 Synchro off of Overraptor. 2 Denglong.
What's up, Jim?
What's going on? This card is
Knoxville. 2 weeks.
Absolutely. This card is crazy. It opens literally. It opens up the whole deck. Lets you search for 9 pillars, and 9 pillars is just ridiculously broken. It searches you for scales, either a 1 or a 7, because the level 6 Yang Zing is a 7, and the level 1 Yang Zing is a 3. Has the ability to send a worm from deck to copy level, so you can copy 3 or 6 and always have 9, level 9 for your Synchro for Chaofeng. And this card baits a lot of stuff out, and people don't really know how to play around it, because even if it leaves the field at all, it floats a new Yang Zing. So
pretty good.
Yeah, Charge Warrior for obvious reasons. Metaphysaurus is really, really good. It blanks cards and steals things. Well, it makes your opponent give you control of things, so it's good against True Draco because you blank the field spell and have them give you one thing. Black Rose is good for destroying things, and you can protect your ZEFRAs. Yazi is Yazi. Stardust is good going first against True Kings. Baxia is good because it's Baxia. Ignister is good because it's a Pendulum deck. Chaofeng is broken, read the card. Nirvana High Paladin is never coming up. Thank you guys, my side deck was ass.